Toby, 2 from 2. Has it gone out how you wanted it first couple of weeks?
Well, outcome-wise, for sure. Performance-wise, probably not. I think I said to you post-game on whenever it was Saturday that there's a lot more to what we're trying to do, which is the exciting thing, So we're looking to always improve performance, but it's easier to do that once you've got a couple of wins under your belt.
And new test this weekend, the South African side at home. What are you expecting from the Sharks?
Well, I've seen their selection and they're big. I know that. I think there's 4 second rows in that starting lineup. So we know, and probably the nature of our performance against Cardiff, understandably, well, not understandably so, but obviously there was a lot of forward orientated stuff in that. So we know they're going to be physical. We know that they're going to have a good kicking game. So, it's a different challenge and an exciting one because every week is a challenge, as we know. But to play someone new is exciting.
Sort of 1 out of 8, I think it is for the South African side so far. Have you been surprised by that, or was it what you were expecting, given what that with some of the top players away and them being on the road as well?
Well, if you flip that to when we've used to play in international windows with no availability, you could say the same about the Welsh regions, the Scottish regions, for sure. So I think that there's no substitute for good players and having strength in depth. So, I think their coach is on record this week of talking around, it gives young player opportunities. If it casts your minds back to some of the previous stuff I've spoken about, this is exactly what I spoke about 12 months ago and started then and have continued to do so. So, look, it provides opportunity to put on a shirt that you work hard to earn and deliver in. So whoever puts it on will be committed, and then we've got to match that commitment.
The housekeeping, Toby. Michael Collins and Bradley came off on the weekend. How are they?
Yeah, they won't be available this weekend. So Brad's pretty short term. He'll be fine next week. Mikey's not so much. He's got a calf strain. That looks a more significant one. That'll be a number of weeks, I think.
Alan Wynne-Jones, has he come through all his training and his markers to be available for this weekend?
He's good to go. Yeah. He's good to go.
Starting him on the bench?
You can pick my team if you like. No, you'll find out tomorrow. Al will be involved for sure.
How much of a boost is that for an area that's been strong for you already this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we talk about strength in depth there. I think Mark asked me last week around strength in depth around back row and back three, and you want that. And what it means is you don't put the same load through the same resources all the time, and that allows you to maintain energy. And above anything else, the commitment to the energy front is massive. And if anyone's going to epitomise, bringing energy, it's Al. So from that point of view, it's a good opportunity for us to, maintain those levels of commitment.
And just people haven't figured this, Stephen Myler and Alex Cuthbert, what are you expecting from them? Are they available for Friday?
Stephen Myler is, Alex Cuthbert isn't. He's not ticked off enough for this week, but we're confident that he'll be definitely available the following week. But Stephen Myler is available, yeah.
And you talk about sort of strength and depth. You're even helping out your old colleagues this week by sending them a Lloyd Ashley. Is this a new relationship with the West Wales regional side?
So you can keep trying to drive those wedges between us. We all collaborate for the good of the game in Wales. So from that point of view, obviously, that's happened. I think it's happened from a scrum half point of view to the Dragons with Cardiff. So look, we want to get all of our players playing, and opportunities come around. If there wasn't immediate game time, we've got, I think, all bar 2 of our players out playing Welsh Prem this week. So everyone's getting game time, even though it's obviously not always with a URC region. So we've got people all over the shires. And that's good because we want people to play the game and get better and develop and put their hand forward. So when they do get their opportunity, they're absolutely ready. And Lordie's no different in that. What
did please you about last week? Obviously, a statement of the obvious with the win, but what elements of your game?
Well, I mean, obviously we know that we got on from a set piece point of view, we performed well. We managed to, eke out quite a few penalties in that area and showed some good dominance there. And if you can get on top forwards wise, it's always a good thing. So the more we can cement, those levels of performance from a forwards point of view, the better we will be for the long term. But we also want to grow other parts of our game, because you're not always going to get forward dominance. Sometimes it's parity at best. Sometimes you're on the losing side of that battle. So we need a more complete game, and we had enough this week to get over the line.
So what areas are those? What do you think can be improved for this week?
I just think we. I think that if you look at the Dragons and the Cardiff game, I think that we've shown real good spurts and real good indicators. You saw, you talked about Matt Prothero last week. You talked about the counter-attack side of things and the wide channels. We've just got to stitch it all together. That's what we've got to do. Keep stitching it all together. The exciting thing for me is I think that we're defending very well in relation to. We definitely look more robust there, and that's important. And if your fundamentals are well, so if you defend well, you exit well, and you defend well, you've always got a chance.
Were you pleased with Rhys Davis's effort?
Yeah, no, unbelievable. I mean, he actually was the guy who topped our stats this week. So from that point of view, it's great. We talked about energy at the start, and he's learning from the Welsh Second Row boys in front of him. He's been into Welsh camp, so he's come back with a real energy to kick on, and that's quite infectious around the group.
How much of a difference, staying on the second row theme, have you noticed in Adam Beard since he returned from the Lions?
I haven't noticed that much, to be honest. He was a good player before he left. He was a good player when he came back. So from that point of view, we've all invested a lot into Adam Beard in relation to helping him improve and maximise his talent. And the only person that really matters in that is Adam Beard. So he's a guy who's becoming a more influential, a better leader. He talks well in the group. He's captained the team. I think the biggest growth has been him as a person, and his performances have followed that. So, we're really delighted for him on his achievement of the Lions, as you know, and he's a fundamental part of what we're doing here.
Toby, Alex here. And can I just ask you a couple of questions about Jack Morgan? He's had a great start to life with you, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, very much so. He's really made an impact. We're very excited about getting him here. He's enjoying himself. He plays with a smile on his face, and he's influencing games. I mean, he had huge tackle counts in both games. He got 3 turnovers this week. He created a lot of turnovers the week before. So yeah, you want players that can influence the game, and for us, he's done that really, really well.
And does he look like a potential international player to you?
Depends what you want from an international player. I think that if you talk about influence, then of course Jack's got a massive aspiration to play for Wales, as everybody knows. We will help develop him as a player and as a person in order to be ready if that opportunity comes along. All he has to do is keep putting in the best performance he can, okay, and then other people will decide whether that's good enough.
And just lastly on him, I think he's 21, or I might be wrong with that, but whatever, he's very young, but he seems, he's captained the 20s, I think. He seems a very mature guy in the way he carries himself, not just the talent that he has on the field.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got a very good temperament. He's very respectful, seeks knowledge, seeks clarity, and leads by example. And they're very infectious. They're in very infectious behaviours, and I think that the more he's around and he gets his own, and it's his own reflection of where he stands in the group, I think he'll become more vocal as well. So he's a young man with a bright future for sure.
Great, thank you.